Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is the first time of stopping by. Nice meeting you for the first time. So in today's video we'll be making this sleeve that has flare at the down part of it without actually cutting it out entirely. So let's jump into it. For this style, first thing we're going to do is to cut our basic sleeve, and I'll first of all, from my starting point, mark 4.5 inches for my sleeve cap's height. You can go as much as 5 inches. Then I marked at my elbow length, which is 12 inches, and then the total measurement of my sleeve. That's what the third line that I marked. So I marked 4.5 for my sleeve cap's height, and that's the first line. Then my elbow measurement, 12 inches, and then the length of my sleeve. You want to mark your elbow measurement because you want to be able to move your hand whenever you are wearing your clothes or your sleeve. So at the starting point, I'm going in from there by 4 inches. Then I'm going to measure what I have there from the starting point to this first line. Whatever I have there, I'll divide it into 2 and make a point. Then I'm going to insert my upper round measurement plus 1.5 inches allowance. And I made a point there. So I'm going to be connecting the first point from the starting point to the center line. You can see the way I placed my curve ruler, my French curve. Then I'm going to flip it over and then connect from that center to the point to my allowance. You can use your free hand to do this if you don't have your French curve, just like I've always done in this channel. So the next point we're going to mark our measurement is our elbow, and you can see my elbow. I just measured it. I'm going to divide the measurement into 2. Okay, your sleeve is divided into 2, not into 4, because you have to double hands, so you're divided into 2. And then my wrist measurement, remember whatever you're going to measure, you'll be able to pull it out of your finger if it's not a shirt that has button or hook or whatever. Then I'm going to insert the measurement as well. Remember, you are adding 1.5 inches just like you add on this first line. We are adding the 1.5 inches to our elbow and then to our wrist measurement, and I'm going to go ahead and connect the line. And that's basically all for our basic sleeve. If you haven't subscribed to my channel up to this moment, please hit on the subscribe button. And if you haven't seen the video of this where I made the short and the long sleeve, please check it out. It's in our channel. So I'm just making sure I'm going ahead to measure this to make sure I have my measurement, my round arm measurement plus my allowance. So you can see I have that's my measurement divided by 2. Then the remaining one there is my the allowance that I added, and I measured this one as well, and I have my allowance added. So that's it for the sleeve. Then the next thing you're going to do is to go ahead and then make the sleeve that we want to do for this tutorial. And the first thing I did is to mark from the end of the sleeve upward by 5 inches. I'll make a point there and then use my ruler to connect a line to this. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to measure this line and then divide it into 2. I have 7 inches there, so the center is 3.5 inches. I'm going to go ahead and make a straight line there. Then the next thing you're going to do is to cut this open. Just look at the way I am cutting it so that you go ahead and do the same thing. I'm going to cut the center line first to the 5 inches that I marked, and then I'm going to cut to the two side line. Remember, you are not cutting it off, but cut to the edge as close as possible. So what we are trying to do here is to use our slash and spread method to achieve that flare. So this is it. After cutting it open, we are going to go ahead and then transfer it onto our fabric. So for this, the more you open the place we cut open, the wider the flare is going to be, or the fuller the flare is going to be. So I just opened my own, not much, about 4.5 inches. That's what I opened there. So I'm going to go ahead and then cut this out. And remember, we're going to add our allowance here. We're going to add our allowance, and this place, the shoulder line, most times is closed for the sleeve, but this is going to be open because of the style. So we are going to add stitching allowance there to stitch it close, close. Then at the armhole area, because we had already added 1.5 inches there, I'm not adding any allowance there. The only allowance I'm going to add is to the flay, because I don't want to have any shortage of fabric there. So I just added a stitching allowance there, and I'm going to go ahead and then add stitching allowance to the down part to curve it. I'm just measuring it to see that whatever I'm going to curve there is not going to be longer than the two sides. So I just curve it out, and that's all for this tie. I believe I'm going to go ahead and cut it out, and then I'm going to transfer it to another fabric, folded, and cut another one out too, because we have double sleeve. And that's all for this tie. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up, and this, just the way you do this, you can just transfer it to make your children own. Just the way we did this one is not, there's nothing different from it to with the children own. And that's all for this time. Please give me a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and then share my videos to family and friends. Thank you for all the people that have been sharing my videos. I really appreciate it, and I love you guys. See you in my next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.